Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You're back for round 3 SLR Tier 1. And this time we're at Spain. And the drivers are already underway. Everybody getting ready for their first hot lap run. So you joined us at a great time. I will be on my own today doing comms unless there's any commentators out there looking to grace the mic with me. But yeah. It looks like I'm going to be calling this one on my own, but I'm looking forward to this one, I have to say. Look at the driver lineup with 15 drivers on track today. And as we saw last week, it is starting to heat up in the Drivers' Championship and the Constructors, but let's have a look. Who was first on the lap there? You get my bearings. And I think it's John Wick, so we'll join him on board. A very, very fast track this. Generally liked by the drivers. And John just touching the grass area. I was about to say you have to use all the track to get the most out of it, and he used a little bit too much there. Coming up to the fast left right-hander, back end always wants to get out loose, but he's able to keep it under control. Flat out for this right-hander, he does not lift. Quite easy in this game. I'm using a lot of ERS all the way down to the hairpin. Again, using all the track. Trying to get the braking nice and smooth. Pick up the throttle as you're turning. Smooth steering is the order of the day here at Spain. And of course the final sector, which has changed a lot over the years. Let's see what John Wick can put on the board. Oh, getting on the curb there, having to come off and lose a bit of momentum. 112.2, but I think we're definitely going to be seeing some of the 11s coming in very soon. And I see a Mercedes about to come around the corner. It looks like Mr. Pizza, who we didn't see in the last round, but in the first round he was a contender for the win. 11.8 is the new gauntlet laid down, and we've got Christian with 11.7. So time's coming in thick and fast, and I'm trying to find out where is Billy Thompson. He has 117.5, so he's had a bit of a mistake out there. Kevin gets himself up to P5. And I'm trying to see who I can join on board. We've got McKender out there, but also his teammate Touge, who is in Sector 3, so we'll join him. He does have the McLaren of Eagle Roofs up ahead as well. Touge, full ERS, so it looks like this will be his time run. Let's have John on board as he heads down to Turn 1. It's a long way down to Turn 1. Turn 1 in the race. Lap 1 is going to be fireworks, I believe. Everybody will be jostling for position, and that will be key for whoever comes out of Turn 1, Turn 2 sequence in the lead. Will have a massive advantage as the Red Bull of Percy Gilly steals pole, and it's 10th by 10th, 100 by 100. Percy Gilly 11.6. So I think pole in this session will be a low 11. And Touge on his run. McKender as well. Looks like McKender is up. Actually, McKenna is into the pit, so he's not been able to set a time just yet. We saw that from him last week as well. He tends to leave it a bit late. And can Touge get a time lap in here? Looks pretty smooth through the hairpin. Just gentle on the power, picking up the grip there, and let's see if we can get it flat out through the last corner. Does indeed, has a little bit of ERS just to boost him across the line. It is a 112.1, so not quite fast enough to get into the 11s, but top 6 for Touge. And I think, yeah, these drivers making their way back into the pits. Pep Madman, who had a great showing last week, up to P4. Flash as well in the Aston Martin. Looking good, this team, I have to say. They were... Flash is not a stranger of Tier 1, but Pep Madman is. He is a Tier 2 champ and representing very well this season in Tier 1. So Aston Martin looked very strong as John Wick crossing the line, splitting the Aston Martins. 12.1 for him. Great lap from John Wick, who also we are used to seeing in Tier 2. Pizza Man on the grass coming out of the final corner there, so that lap time is scrubbed. It was a 13, not good enough to improve on his 11.8 so far. Anybody on the lap? Let's have a look. We got Kevin in Turn 1. No, he's just finished his lap. The other Red Bull is is Persigilli in the pits. We've got a Ferrari about to make her way into the pits, so yeah, nobody that I can see on a time lap right now. The RC is setting up for his run. Also, Eagle goes on an out lap, so yeah. Drivers are priming themselves, kind of get ready for this final corner, get the ERS charged up to 100% and then blast it all the way down the straight here. And it looked like RC was a bit slow getting on, maybe wanted to cross the line first before engaging ERS, using up to 68% all the way down to turn 1, the braking point. Get it right and then cut the corners just perfectly. Billy Thompson has left the session. That is not good. That is not good. He is struggling out there in P12, so that will not bode well for him. Hopefully he can get back into the session and get a time lap on the board. More representative of his actual pace. 117.5 is not going to cut it. RRC looking very, I don't know, maybe he's on a pad? Is he on a pad? We don't know. Looking a bit, yeah, not as smooth as you'd like to see on the steering. As he tries to eke out everything out of this Kickstarter. Look at his Sector 2 time come up. He's 1/10 up in his time, so should be good for a 12.3 if he can carry that across the line. Might be able to gain some time in these final few corners. And yeah, that's a tricky corner to go right. Seems like the braking isn't as smooth as he'd like here, but he's throwing it into the corners nonetheless, and crosses the line. Isn't, oh, he does improve, but not enough to pick up a position, unfortunately, for RC. Eagle goes in Sector 2. Get an indication of his time coming up pretty soon as he approaches this hairpin on the brakes, and he is up by almost 5/10. This should be good, should put him in around about P9 if he's able to carry this momentum all the way to the line. Of course, he has his teammate, the notorious defending Tier 1 champion in P2 right now. We're going to flick back to him as soon as Eagle crosses the line. Eagle up to P9. And let's have a look at this man. It's Christian, who did not win last week's race, but is tied in P1 for the driver constructors heading into this. Or sorry, for the Drivers' Championship. Look nice and tidy for turn 1, turn 2, turn 3. Gets on the curb a little bit. That could be a little bit risky, but he gets away with it this time. And deep into brakes, picking up the throttle. It's quite tricky to get right, but it looks like Christian not using all the track, so maybe there's a little bit of time left in that particular sequence of corners. But definitely using all of the track on the exit there from turn 5, I believe. Through the fast chicane he goes. Looked like he took it quite nicely there, yeah. He's got a bit of a, oh, he's getting a bit of slipstream from his teammate up ahead. Eagle should help him a little bit. He is 4/10 up in his time, so this looks like quite a great improvement if he's able to carry all of this delta to the line. Only 2 corners to go. Flat out. He has a lot of ERS as well left in the tank that he can blast all the way to the start finish line. In fact, not using all of that, and that is 11.3. Great lap from Christian. That is pole for now, and who else can challenge for pole today? Persigilli is one of those guys. He's on an out lap now, just setting up for his run. Pet Mapman on a lap right now. Let's see if we can get a Sector 2 time. He's just came through Sector 1 there, so we'll take a moment or two. Billy Thompson is still in the pits, so McAnder as well, setting up for his run. Touche, his teammate, just ahead. I see another Red Bull there up ahead. I think that's, yeah, Persigilli. Let's have a look at Persigilli, see what he's got. Just while we're looking at this, I see no comments in chat, and I'd like to see a few comments there. Anybody out there? Speak now or forever hold your peace. Who do you think is going to get pulled today? Christian looks like the clear favorite as Pizza Man goes P2. And actually McAnder there, P3 as well. So I thought he was actually starting a lap, but he was finishing one, and that was good enough for P3. So Mr. Pete's is on it today. He's not too far off the likes of Christian. As we go back to Persigilli, slight increase on his time there through Sector 1. Back end getting very loose there on the exit through the fast chicane in the mid part. That's quite a hairy thing to experience. But he keeps it together for now. Ooh, someone's had a crash there, and that looks like it's the other Red Bull of, I think it's Kevin, into the pits. We can't pick him up, but we'll stick with Persigilli. But I think Kevin had a moment there with the pit entry wall. As Persigilli does indeed improve. It was a slight improvement, enough to get him up to P3. He does have time on the clock for another run. And Touge P7 for him, so he has improved as well. Are we seeing an improvement from Flash in the Aston Martin? Where's the other Aston Martin? Pat Matman about to come across the line. No, he is into the pits. And Flash is on a lap, I believe. I see the red. Oh no, he's not. He's invalidated that one. He is going to head back into the pits himself. Persigilli also heading into the pits. We've got Phoenix Gecko out there on a run. No, he is into the pits. So it looks like everybody's pretty much done their second run of the day. And already we're seeing a lot of drivers starting to head out onto track. RC, one of them, Larson, another. Billy Thompson finally able to get himself out on track, and this will be his only chance for a run here. His 17.5 will effectively put him in last position if he's not able to improve, so he cannot afford to invalidate this. And How RC is first of the guys, and I'll have to start a run, so let's have a look at him heading on to turn 1. 12.3 is his time to beat, currently P11. And yeah, sector 1, not too many corners, but it is crucial for a good lap. Very flat out corner that he's going through right now, and then deep into the brakes using the overhead bridge. Probably is a brake marker point, and look like a good exit as well, using pretty much all of the track. Looks a bit tighter than his previous run. Oh, and yeah, a bit sketchy for the fast chicane, but holds it together. We will get a sector 2 time coming up as he heads down to the hairpin. And a very heavy braking point here. Straighten up the car, pull it into the corner, try to pick up a momentum. The back end does want to get loose there. I didn't see the sector 2 time. I was too busy looking at the back end of that Kicks Harbor as RC tries to keep it under control. And one more corner to go for him, and we'll see what he can do. 12.3, that's the time to beat for him. And it looks like it will be a decent lap time. 12.2 improves up to P9, so great improvement from him. Let's see, Billy Thompson in sector 2, so he has improved on his sector 1 time according to my information. Oh, a big improvement in sector 2 time, so this is going to put him into the 12s. And I'm sure there's more time to be found in sector 3. Let's join him board, as he seemed like he was going rather pedestrian there in the exit, but yeah, looks like it's going to be a fast time on the board. Not invalidated, thankfully for Billy, as he goes 1:11.2. That is rather fast enough for pole, and lays down the gauntlet. And I'll tell you what, Christian is still in the pits. As I say that, he pulls out of the pit. Oh no, that's a Ferrari. I am wrong, once again. Christian leaving it to the very last second, it seems. Yeah, great lap from Billy Thompson. I mean, under pressure, gets it done. That's his one and done. Is it going to be enough for pole though? 11.2. Christian is going to have to find 110 from somewhere. And yeah, John Wick on his final run, so let's get a sector 1 time from him. Yep, slightly up, ever so slightly up, and that will not be enough to improve position for him, but he's got 2 sectors left. And as a driver, you kind of know yourself where you can pick up time, what sector you probably didn't nail in the previous run. Sector 1 looks good for John Wick. Let's see his Sector 2 time here as he heads down to that notorious hairpin. And it's a 50.3, so half a tenth up on his time as Billy Thompson does retire. Will, of course, not have time for another run today, as the flag will be out soon enough. And Eagle goes crossing line there, but yeah. Who are we gonna watch? We've got McKenna on the lap here. Yeah, McKenna just starting a lap. Pat Matman also on a lap. Want to watch him? He is in Sector 1 also. See the other Aston Martin come around the corner. That is Candino Flash. He is starting his hot lap. So trying to get my bearings here. Who do we want to watch? We've got McKenna on his run here, setting a purple sector time. I wouldn't pay too much attention to that, but McKenna is a contender for pole today. Is he got enough in the tank to pull it off here? Through the fast chicane he goes, looks nice and tidy onto the ERS button just for a moment. As he's flat out for the fast uphill right-hander. And yeah, Christian just starting his lap there in the background as well. Mr. Pizza on a lap. They're all on a lap here. Who's going to come out ahead in pole position? McKenna does have a McLaren ahead. I don't think it's going to impede him too much. That's Eagle Ghost, possibly. Yep, Eagle goes just pulling out of the way there, and McKenna up to P3. He goes 11.3, just shy of Christian's time. We've got Percy Gelly as well, and Kevin and the other Red Bull into the pits. He goes. Hopefully he can make it in this time without hitting the pit entry wall. I think I've got Pep Mapman. No, not Pep Mapman. That was the other Aston Martin crossing the line there. So let me see, who have we got? Christian out there, Mr. Pizza as well, just ahead of, yeah, Percy Gelly crossing the line, goes P4. Mr. Pizza invalidates his run. He will not improve any further today. And Christian crossing the line. Is he going to pick it up? It is! It's pole for Christian! Once again, I think that might be 3 in a row for Christian. I think. Maybe not, actually. No, Billy Thompson is actually... Yeah, Billy Thompson got pulled last week, but Christian pulls it out when he needed. That was marginal. That was paper thin. Look at the gap between P1 and P2, but Christian, Billy Thompson on the front row of the grid, as you kind of expect these days. Seems to be the way of it. And McKenna, Percy Gelly, it makes it a finish second row. And yeah, Mr. Pizza in P5, invalidated his last run out there. And I think he improved by about a tenth on that invalidated lap run, so he might have got himself up to P4 there. But there we go. That's our run. That is our quali. And I'm still seeing no comments in chat. Come on, don't do me like this, guys. Don't do me like this. There we go. There we go. Bob, I knew you'd be out there. I knew you'd hear the call. Yeah, going solo today, so keep me on my toes. You can be pit lane Ted commentary. Bob is watching from his bath. That's dedication for you, man. I'm trying not to think of you in the bath right now. Kind of distracting, you know. Wee Bob, bobbing about there. McKenna will win, says Caddy whatever. Hello, Caddy, welcome to the stream. Yes, hopefully, yeah, hopefully I would like to see McKenna win. It's been a while since he's got to win an SLR, but I think talking to Billy Thompson last week in their interviews after how the race went. Yeah, Bob, exactly, Bob, exactly. I'm trying not to think about that, but you know, it's a brain worm floating, great. Like it's like a wee island of foam around it and all, yeah. Yeah, but I would love to see McKenna win a race. It's been a long time, but yeah, as I was saying, Bailey Thompson is eager to break that break that run of no wins. It's been a while. It has been a while. I'm not sure how long, but it's been a while. Maybe last season. Um, Seeing Slipstream League Racing, never heard of them. Not what we expected to see in our chat, but we move. Also, it's me, Kit, dry according to my data tower race. So that is Kit, my fellow admin officer, and he will be engineering Percy Gilly all season. So I believe, and Kit will correct me if I'm wrong, but Percy Gilly won last week with Kit chiefing him, so that might be the dream team right there. Percy Gilly looking feisty this season. Could be on for the title. It is very tight. And yeah, Kit confirming, yes he did indeed. So we will have a formation lap, which is great. Helps me get up to speed here. Yeah, Icewind unfortunately can't join us for this one. He is away doing stuff. Real life stuff. So he will no doubt hopefully join me back sometime in the near future, and just having a look at tire info. So we've got 2 drivers opting for the soft tires, and the rest of the drivers on mediums. And I have to say, yeah, when you see drivers on softs, it is a big gamble, depending on track, but generally speaking, softs wear out pretty quickly, and yeah, it tends to be a bit of a gamble. I mean, they can be useful if there's a safety car early on. They can be useful if they have a bit of life to them in a certain track setup, and yeah, could make up a few positions and then go on to the hards maybe and try to get them to the end. Or there's a 2-stop, which is generally frowned upon in this game because it just doesn't work usually. Kit is a fresh fish. Yeah, Bob, who you got for the win? I'm not gonna ask Kit. Oh, there we go. Right, like, you read my mind. So, Kit, yeah, Bob's on for Beals. We got Kit, obviously, backing his man, Percy Gilly. And Caddy thinks McKender will win this one, as the drivers are now lining up for the race. And we've got, yeah, we've got a great race ahead of us. A dry race. This is about to get very, very interesting. Lots of fast drivers at the fast end of the grid. A little bit out of position in P8, another Ferrari, so be interesting to see how he gets on. But here we are, we're about to get underway. It's round 3 at Spain, the lights are up. I don't see them myself, but I'm guessing they're at 5 lights. And away we go, and it's Christian getting off to a great start, but look at McKender's run. He gets a stellar run, and he might even have the momentum to get a move on Christian. So Bailey Thompson down to P3. Is he going to fight it? There is a little bit of contact. Oh, Bailey Thompson getting out of shape there. Getting banged about a little bit, but managing to hold it just about. And there is some shuffling down the... That kind of had a chain reaction all the way down the field there. That little tap from Bailey and McKender. And yeah, big moment there for Mr. Pizza, I believe that was, in the Mercedes. Sorry. Yeah, that is Mr. Pizza in the... Oh, what's going on here? Yeah, lots of argy-bargy as they settle down. And what's the first lap? It'll take a moment or two before any settling down is going on. And it looks like a relatively clean start. Was a lot of wheel banging, but everybody getting through so far unscathed. And let's get on to P10 there somehow. Maybe got overtook there. But Christian leading the charge, and yeah, we've seen this before. He does like to be out in front, and I think that pass from McKender was crucial. Puts him in a prime spot here to do something. And we do have our first car off. It's Kevin in the Red Bull having an off, but looks like he's got his front wing intact. Yeah, I see those soft tire runners are starting to make their way through the field a little bit. Lars up to P13 and Gecko is up to P11. P3. So yeah, long enough race this one at Spain. Pit stops will be crucial. There are 15 drivers running, so reduced chance of a safety car, but anything can trigger it, so we're never too far away. The risk of a safety car is never too far away. We have more comments in chat. I hope Mr. Pizza wins, says Alex Shorts Photography. Mr. Pizza, yeah, well, we've seen him. He's very rapid. He has the potential to win here, but not had the best start. Down to P7 he is now. But as I say, a long race ahead of these guys. As we have a DRS trend from P1 to P12, and I think staying in that lead DRS train is going to be key. Let's have a look at Gecko as the fastest lap times start to come in. And yeah, Gecko really wanted to lean on these tires, these soft tires, and get the most out of them. But I tell you what, in a couple of laps time, he's going to be struggling out there for grip. You can already see a bit of sliding as they might already be overheating. As Ken pulls in the pits, he's had enough pulls in today. We're down to 14 drivers. Things settling down for now. Really, these drivers focusing a bit on ERS management. Christian, as we can see there, 80%. McKenna 80%, so running pretty much similar ERS to top 3, but look at John Wick having to use a lot here to stay up, and it might go against him in a lap or two's time, as the front pack will be on it in terms of speed. We'll be obviously trying to break that DRS trend, and if they can get away from John Wick, that makes it a freeway for the win, which is what they want to do. Just it's not what Percy Gilly wants, however. Percy Gilly and Touche, who has got himself up to P6. Yeah, they are also contenders for the win here today, but have to get some moves done on a track that is notoriously difficult to pass on. And there we see our first big gap opening up. It's Pep Matman who's fallen off the back of Mr. Pizza, so 1.2 is the gap, 1.3 actually opening up all the time is that gap. So the lead pack now P1 to P7 with Pep Matman leading the second DRS trend on lap number 4. Yeah, I'll say John Wick's low on ERS, but doing just enough here to stay within the top group. I have to say John Wick, pretty impressive pace here today. Stay up with the. Stick with this lead pack here, as these are like the creme de la creme, the best on offer from SLR. But Billy Thompson, after our chat last week, I do expect greatness from him. We know he takes no prisoners. He's not afraid of trying different things, of forcing a move where he needs to get the elbows out. He will just go for it. Yep. But he's gonna have to bide his time, as we see. Generally is the case in races where the top guys tend to just set themselves up for pulling something off when they get close to the pit window, which is probably going to be around about lap 10, I imagine. Maybe Kit can give us some more intel on that. And there is some movement at the back actually, as Larson and Lars, the two Lars, are going at it, and I think this might be an indication that two soft tires have seen better days. So let's see what Larson is picking up. Visually on the Lars ahead, Lars and Alpine. This Phoenix Gecko right off the pace. Window expected to be lap 13 to 16 for the medium runners to pit onto those cars, so that means they're going to have to be doing about 20 laps or thereabouts on the hards, which shouldn't be too hard, but we might see the likes of Touge or maybe McKenna pitting for hards a little bit earlier. So Gecko is, yeah, he's struggling big time on those soft, so they are definitely overheated now. I might see a early pit stop from him. Lars not able to get a move just yet on, or Larson on Lars. So Lars able to eke out a bit more performance from those soft tires, but only a matter of time. Lap 6, probably seen their best day, so... Oh, virtual safety car. I don't know what caused that, because... It's off track, that was interesting. Driver in the pit, so yeah, no idea what caused that virtual safety car, but this will allow the lead pack just to top up their ERS and take a breather for now. No idea what caused that virtual safety car though. The game's been a bit sensitive. Gecko, the first driver to go onto those hards. And actually, yeah, it didn't work out too bad for him, pitting under the VSC. Will save him some time, but he is still at a disadvantage, as he lost a lot of time on that soft stint of tires. And we want to be watching here for Delta. The drivers will be keeping a keen eye on that Delta, because it is so easy, as McKender selling a dummy there, but no one picking up on it. But yeah, Touge, oh here we go, Touge, and Mr. Pizza in the pits. And I tell you what, this is a long VSC. This might work out nicely for Touge and Mr. Pizza. It is quite an early pit stop. Is Touge pitting on? That looks like mediums on my screen, but it's saying hards on the standings. Yeah, it is indeed hards. He's got on as Mr. Pizza as well on the hards. VSC just ending there as he came out of the pit. So that was opportunistic, but I was going to say it might be a stretch to get these hards to the end, but Touge is a bit of a tire whisperer. So we'll see what he can do, and he's got Mr. Pizza to keep him company back there, so keep an eye on P10, P11. They've got their pit stop out of the way, but a long way to go to the end of the race. And yeah, that might go against him later on, but I imagine after the lead pack pit, not going to end full push. Okay. Tino saying that the Touge not going to the end on those hards, so he's going to push, do the full push, and then most likely go on to the mediums for the final stint. Bit of a gamble, but yeah, worth trying something else. He was stuck in the mid pack there, so could work out. Of course, we may see another VSC or safety car later on in the race. Beginning to settle down a little bit as Mr. Pizza already going for a move on Touge, so this might be a wee bit of cooperation going on. You know, obviously if you can switch positions lap per lap and have one driver push really hard, use up all their ERS, it can be very effective, but can be kind of difficult to coordinate. But look at the track map, the gap between Touge and Mr. Pizza and the lead pack, not that far off, so I suspect that Touge and Mr. Pizza picking up a lot of advantage through that VSC pit stop. And we see a penalty coming in for Flash. Gecko as well has got a time penalty. But yeah, we're starting to come up to that pit window for these lead pack medium runners if they're on a one stop. As Kit said in chat, it's most likely going to be around about lap 13-ish, 13 to 16. And that's usually around the time you start to see some moves take place. It is tricky. Look at all the ERS. It's all very similar here for the lead guys. 65, 60, 62. John Wick down to 21, but just keeping in there. Percy Gelly as well, just about keeping in there, but not got enough. I mean, Percy Gelly with 97%, and I think with Kit watching, he's going to be feeding back the information that John Wick is low on ERS. I think, yeah, if you can kind of goad him into depleting all his ERS here, you might be able to pick him off on the start-finish rate. Mapman in P6 now 3.1 off, and Eagle 3.4, so big gaps in the midfield. On the track map as well, you can see it splitting up quite quite considerably with that lead pack from P1 to P5 being the main focus right now. And the gaps from P1 to P6 between everybody is pretty much 0.6, 0.5. McKenna closing in rapidly there as Christian not getting DRS on the start finish rate, so McKenna does have that card up his sleeve. He is getting DRS, whereas Christian doesn't. He's just trying to get a great run out of that final corner. And you know, Christian obviously is stirring up the DRS just to defend any kind of crazy moves from McKenna. Slightest mistake though could cost him big time. Will allow McKenna to close up and get a run on it as Billy Thompson very close on the back of McKenna. Let's have a look on board with Billy Thompson. See how he's doing in lap 10 at 33. Tires look pretty good, I'd say. Haven't seen any significant sliding. Obviously, I'm going to come off the throttle there for the final corner. Gauge ERS so as to not lose out of these front two. And McKenna used any ERS on that start finish right there. That was interesting. That might indicate he's going to go for something next lap in the same spot. Yeah, John Wick is down to pretty much empty at this point. Percy Gilly 76. Ideally Percy Gilly would like to get by John Wick by the time the pit stops come round. And Mr. Pizza Touche 5.6 off the Aston Martin. 5.2 now, so closing in pretty rapidly. And let's have a look and see how much time they're off the actual lead pack. Leader, so Mr. Pizza 16 seconds. So I think a pit stop here is 20, around about 20 seconds at the very least. So yeah, once those pit stops play out, they will indeed. Oh, big gaps forming here. Billy Thompson, has he had an issue in that sector 3? Oh, yeah. Rookie mistake there. Got to put it back to interval timing. The gaps. Actually thought Billy Thompson dropped it here in the DRS range there, but nope. He's still in it. Lap 12 or 13. This is around the time we're expecting people to pull into the pits for this lead pack of drivers. Again, I have to praise John Wick, doing a great job here staying up with this lead pack of drivers, having to use a lot more ERS, but somehow managing to hold off Percy Gilly from behind. Well, Percy Gilly looking very interested in setting something up here. Yeah, Percy Gilly to 100% I think, if any. He's going to go for a move on this lap coming. Is anyone pitting this lap? No, lap 12:33, so lap 13 now for the lead pack as they cross the line. Percy Gilly using a good chunk of ERS, and is he enough to make a move on John Wick? It does not indeed. John Wick, of course, with that DRS. Yeah, John Wick has to be careful here in the infield. He doesn't have any ERS to protect himself from the advancing Percy Gilly. We've got a caution. We've got a caution in sector 1. That looked like Eagle goes at a moment there. Through turn 3. Up here, but John Wick is just, he's not allowing him any opportunity. There's any mistakes from John Wick, and everything looks pretty much under control from that perspective. But let's have a look with Christian. He is about to come up to the pit entry, and he's going to want to cover off any kind of undercut, but we've seen Christian run longer before. As we do see someone pit, it is John Wick, the first to blink. He is in the pits. That's an interesting decision, considering he was getting that DRS, and will not miss out on that, as John Wick will drop down in the positions here, and Mr. Pizza Touche already getting by for now. So interested to see the gap between John Wick and P10 and Touche and P8. So 8 seconds, 9-10 seconds. John Wick pitting that lap, that is the undercut, so this front bunch probably gonna see a bunch of pit stops here from at least a few of them. I think 3 will put out of this lead pack, if not all 4. Christian will be the first one to pull the trigger. Into the pits he goes with full ERS, that has to be said. Usually on your in-lap to the pitch, you can use up a low ERS. Percy Gilly staying out on these mediums. Kit, do you want to explain why is he staying out on these mediums? Is there something we don't know? Is the overcut good at this track? Or is Percy Gilly just happy enough to do another lap out there? As yeah, Touche. And who? Oh, that's the McLaren. Or sorry, that's. Yeah, Touche and Mr. Pizza getting their way past Flash there. Sorry, I thought they were getting caught up with the likes of Christian coming out of the pits there. But yeah, Christian slots into P5, 7 seconds ahead, so a lot of clear air ahead of him for Christian to work with. Billy Thompson and Billy Thompson and McKenna keeping up to speed for now. And yeah, that undercut of John Wick not really paying off. He didn't make up any positions there, and he has now got on these 1 lap older hards. So his mission is just to hang on to this lead trio for as long as possible. And Percy Gilly staying out for another lap. This is interesting. So yep, Kit saying no sufficient overlap in tire pace. I wish I knew what that meant. I'm guessing it means he's not going to lose too much time here from doing this. Flash into the pits. Yep, and his teammate just passing him as he Flash now coming out of the pits. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see Pep Matman and Flash, 2 Italian guys in the same team, and the Battle of Italy is on. But looking pretty strong in qualifying. Hopefully they can convert that to some points, and not looking too bad for them so far. Looking like they'll all pick up a good haul of points. Percy Gilly, look at the gap. He's out front, loving life right now, but we're going to see a pit stop from him now. He is going to be able to crash his hards out of this lead pack. He goes, oh, he's dead. He is dead. Oh, that might be a full course safety car. It is indeed. Oh, rookie mistake there. I've done it myself though. I mean, we've all been there, but just clipped the entry, and that's a free pit stop for anyone who hadn't pitted. I think most people had though. Oh my word, Percy Gilly, R.I.P. that man. Ah, drama-rama. Like, there's always someone who clips that wall. Resuming the lead of this race, McKenna in P2, Billy Thompson. Not ideal, says Kit. Yeah, that's not ideal. Not ideal. Yeah, we've all been there though. Kit, you've done it too. Tell me that, bro. You've done it too. but this shaped things up nicely. I mean, I'm looking at two drivers in particular who benefited a big time here, Mr. Pizza and Touche. So they have now fulfilled their tire, what's that word, tire quota, tire, mandatory tire changes, allocation. They've used up all their tire allocation that they needed to complete this race. So yeah, they're on fresh hards in P5 and P6, and that is a pretty good spot. That is a pretty good spot considering where they were and considering they were on 2 stops. Kit, any words from, like, what was Persigeli's reaction to that? Was it an expletive? Was it some finish? Is he okay? Is the driver okay, Kit? Confirm. Down to 13 drivers. Lap 18 at 33. We may get underway. Maybe not this lap, but next lap, as we're seeing Gecko, Lars all racing to join the back end of this grid. Gives me a moment to chat and see if anything's being said there. Chief, jump into comm booth. So, bear with me a second, guys. And we are in the comm booth. Hello, Kid, how are you?
Hi.
Is the driver okay?
He's okay, he's out of the car.
Okay, what was his reaction to that, that crash?
I'm in the wall. Yeah.
Oh, I just got a message, don't alt-tab. I am hosting this session, so I have to be very careful about alt-tabbing.
Fair enough.
I think it's okay though, I think we're okay, we got away with that.
Now I'll join commentary. Alright.
Yeah, I see you're free, so yeah. Safety car, yeah, I'll not alt-tab again, sorry. Thanks for letting me know, Tino. Because we did have a race last season where Lepson was hosting. He alt-tabbed a number of times and killed one of the guy in the lead of the race. The safety car just wore backwards and killed him.
I'm also gonna join the lobby. Bear with me.
Great news, yeah. So we've got another guy pitting. Lars in for another set of tires. Onto the softs. So that's a bad call from him. I don't know why he did that actually.
Yeah, no idea.
I reckon safety car will be in this lap. And we'll get underway again, so let's just recap. Christian leading the race. McKenna P2 after that great start from him. Got himself up to P2 past Billy Thompson by turn 1. Billy Thompson P3 and has remained there throughout most of the race, barring the pit stops. John Wick P4, so he's done an excellent job. But he's about to find himself under a lot of pressure, as I know Mr. Pizza it can be very feisty and takes no prisoners, shall we say. Touche P6 and Pep my man P7. Harry RC, great to see him in P8. Flash P9. Eagle Booth rounds out the top 10 with 2 drivers on time penalties, Flash and Gecko. But let's have a look at Christian as he is about to get this race underway. Once the safety car peels into the pits. Yeah, it was looking pretty good for Persigeli there. Seemed like he had good pace there today, Kit. But yeah, we are underway. Christian getting off to a pretty decent start. McKenna sticking to him like glue. Billy Thompson, not the best start. And I'll tell you what, John Wick is harassing him. He uses Slipstream. Is he able to get enough alongside? Oh, he is trying to sneak it around the outside. That is a powerful move from him. Oh my word, John Wick using all of his elbows. Don't know how many he has, but almost able to get that move done. But Billy Thompson. Oh, and there's a car off. That is Touche. And he's straight off, and I don't know if he went into the wall there, but big moment from him. He's dropped all the way down.
Does it seem like there's any damage?
Yeah, just saw him in the background there going straight, so I don't know what happened. Maybe got hooked up with another driver.
Yeah. But in all that squabble, we saw Mr. Pizza go ahead of John Wick now, so John Wick losing out of position after harassing Bailey Thompson there for a bit. He's surely making a statement from being a Tier 2 driver last season to Tier 1.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Mr. Pizza, yeah, I haven't seen him win a race in SLR. I don't think he has done that just yet, but there was a guy in chat earlier saying he's going to win this one, and he's putting himself in a really good spot to do so. He has 3 of the fastest drivers in SLR to get ahead of up the road, so not 21, up 33, so we're starting to get to the business end of this race, and lots of drivers eager to win this one, but Christian so far has controlled the majority of the race, and we've seen him in this position many times before, and I'm seeing a move there for P8, Gecko on these mediums, trying to harass, sorry, is it, yeah, Flash was going for a move there, and Gecko getting moved on, but yeah, Gecko making the most of these mediums for now, but he does have a time penalty, so eager to get a move on.
Both Christian and McKenna are pushing quite hard. They're actually trying to open up the gap between them and Bailey Thompson. Right now, Bailey Thompson doesn't seem to have an answer right now. He's 1.3 seconds off, and he's dropping quite quick.
Ooh, and contact between Mr. Pizza and Billy Thompson there is Billy Thompson coming out of that fast uphill right-hander, went on to the curb a little bit, and I think it lost him momentum. So he's kind of left himself vulnerable for an attack from Mr. Pizza. He engages ERS straight out of the last corner. But yeah, anytime I see Mr. Pizza up front, he tends to be very aggressive, so I'm expecting audacious moves from him.
He might.
Already a big gap from P7 to P6, so the lead DRS train is taken off, and Flash now able to attack Gecko, who no longer gets DRS.
Yeah, and Bailey seems to be pushing quite hard to get back into the DRS of McKenna. Just dropping off though.
Ooh,
It's gonna be a tough ask to get back again.
Yeah, Mr. Pizza, he's struggling out of that fast right-hander, that uphill. Gets himself onto the dirt a little bit, won't help the tires any. Lost some attention to him, Billy Thompson. What do you reckon? Are these guys, you reckon these the lead pack are just going to be happy enough, like the top 3, just keeping position until the last couple of laps? Billy Thompson setting the fastest lap there.
Yeah, I mean, there's no use of battling right now because you would waste a lot of tire life battling battery power. Just bringing the pack together again. Something that haven't been enough discussed, I think, is the fact that we are 3 races in and we've had safety cars on all races, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
So a bit more unpredictable than previous seasons when we had like 1 safety car at the start of the season, but then we didn't have any.
Yeah, and then
We're already...
that VSC earlier, as John Wick picks up a time penalty, that's going to be pretty bad for him as he drops out of DRS as well, so he is struggling a little bit on these hard tires. But yeah, I was going to say that VSC earlier, do you know what caused that? Because I didn't see anything happening.
No, I'm as confused as you are, and I have 4 monitors looking over the track. So I'm as confused as you are. Must be a EA feature, as they say.
Absolutely brilliant once again, EA.
Yeah,
John
but
Wick using all his DRS to try to keep in DRS. He will get DRS this lap, but yeah, he's going to struggle without any ERS in the tank. Can build quite a bit up throughout the rest of the lap here, but yeah, he's going to come under attack from Pet Batman as well. He's absolutely gunning it right now in P6.
yeah, I mean, you drain your ERS all the way to 0. You leave yourself open to cars behind you overtaking as well. Like, you might want to fight for the DRS, but sometimes you gotta take a loss to have a better outcome at the end of it. But we're gonna see them try to fight it out on track soon. I know that Bailey is not content to leave out P2 and P1 right before the race ends. I know that he want to close up the gap even more.
Yeah.
And try to make moves and inroads against Christian.
Yeah, he's not afraid to go for it, as we've seen that in previous races. Billy Thompson will go for it, even if it means high-risk maneuvers.
Yeah, you know, credits where credits due. Bailey Thompson, at his best, is quite untouchable in this game. But it just seems like when one thing goes wrong, everything goes wrong for Bailey Thompson. But all he needs to do now is just recollect himself, close in, and hopefully he'll make some positions up for our viewing.
Yeah, and Tino and Chaz must be crew chief from Mac at the minute, but he's definitely watching the race. He says Touge can still get P5 here, so yeah, Touge has got pace. He's siphoning his way through the field, got himself up to P8 after that safety car restart. Yeah, after that incident as well, just after the safety car restart, where he effectively dropped down quite a number of positions, but got himself back up to P8 for now, and has got Phoenix Gecko in his sights, and with John Wick without time penalty, yeah, P5 is certainly possible for Touge today.
I mean, Touge is a bit of an unsung hero now, because I'm looking at the data, and his last lap time was the fastest of anyone on the track.
Nice.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if Touge doesn't get P5. Bit of a veteran, and he knows his way around this league, and the drivers in it.
Yeah, as we're
Makes it easy.
Makes it look easy, yeah, that move's done by turn 1. Up to P7 he goes, Pet Batman's now in his sights. Pet Batman is eager to get by John Wick, but as we saw in the previous stint, John Wick is quite difficult to pass, even on lower ERS. I'm sure you were seeing that yourself.
Yeah.
Really stuck behind him for so many laps.
It's just the nature of the track. The real overtaking spot is the DRS straight, because you don't really have anywhere else where you wouldn't lose time to the cars ahead. So you really gotta pick and choose your battles here, especially around Spain, because if you lose the DRS, it's, unless you're superhuman, you're not gonna get it back. Simple as.
Yeah, and Pet Batman's obviously trying to set him up here for something. He's got 100% ERS. And John Wick is flashing on, so he's trying to save. Actually, John Wick up to 70%, so himself in a good spot to defend any overtake maneuver. I think when you see that kind of play out, it might be better to attack somewhere else in the track. Instead of Pet Batman closing off big time here, but yeah, just not enough to get a move on.
Yeah, I think John Wick has burnt through his tires a bit too much in the second stint after the safety car. So he will need to, you know, slow down the rate his tires are going right now, and try not to wheel spin out of exits. But because of that, obviously Pet Batman is closing in on him, and he's doing it in a quite quick fashion right now.
And Touge now on the back of them as well, so Touge will be interested in what happens with Pet Batman and John Wick.
Oh, he actually went wide.
Yeah, so there from Touge's POV, so
Yeah, Tino, if you can give a message to Tuj, overtaking is critical. It absolutely is.
Yeah, getting reports by Mike's pretty low on the onboard, so I'll try and avoid them for the rest of the races. Tuj on the back of these guys, but as you can see, with both of them getting DRS, it's going to be a tough ask for Tuj to get by these guys. It's probably going to be more reliant on if anything kicks off ahead, he can make an opportunistic move. And we're seeing a yellow flag there for a kick server. It's RC is out of the session, so that's a considerable crash out, but we're not seeing any further yellows as Tuj very much pushing Pet Man all the way down to the hairpin, and Pet Man doing a great job of defending there. But Tuj trying to sneak it down the inside there and almost losing the back end in the process.
I mean, that's the veteran instinct, isn't it? The switcheroo, the up and under, he's just trying to make a play for the position here. Putting him under pressure, and that's what makes most driver crack, is just being, threatening behind him. Yeah,
filling their rear view mirror full of red. Should do the job, but Pet Man able to defend that position for now, but I think it's only a matter of time. But this is, of course, hurting Tuj here, but Tuj thinking about going for a move down the inside there, but thinks better of it. Just going to do a quick adjustment on the settings of the audio.
Well, meanwhile, Mr. Pizza is back into the conversation now. He looks to be quite comfortable being that close to Bailey. Whether he's going to set up a move or not, I do not know, but it just seems like their air doesn't affect him that much right now.
Yep, lap 30 of 33, so 3 laps left after this lap. And yeah, I'm expecting fireworks here. Someone's going to have to pull the trigger, and obviously they're all saving up a bit of ERS, but I think Christian's making it so that they can't save up as much as they'd like. He's obviously pushing the pace here, and he knows what to do in these situations. Just keeps the pressure on and keeps them on their tiptoes. He knows what's coming as well. This is going to be a pretty exciting end to this race, I think.
Yeah, just all over Pet Man. He might set up a move here, which will be quite ambitious. He doesn't. He thinks better of it. Maybe get a good exit from here and set up a move on the hairpin. He's quite close. He needs to make it happen now, if ever. And he waits yet another lap, but he's quite low on ERS, so that leaves him open for the cars behind. Batman has an overlap of ERS on Tudge as well. Tudge is lower than him. So he needs to make it happen on pure mechanical pace.
Yeah, there's a battle going on for P8 as well. I spy that behind in the background. Flash and Gecko, both with time penalties, so that is for position. P8 up for grabs. Lap 31 of 33, and I'll tell you what, a lot of drivers running very closely here. You can see it on the track map. You got P1 to P4, and then it's P5 to P10 is up for grabs. So it's about to kick off, kid. So keep your eyes peeled.
They're always open.
That's kind of creepy.
I sleep with one eye open, as they say.
I swear to God, my sister slept with one eye open. It was so weird.
Well, the times I've seen my brother sleep in the car, he's had two eyes open. So I concur to that statement.
Okay, so So lap 32 or 33, the penultimate lap, but nothing happening with the lead pack. Never this track again, no chance of overtaking in top 4, says Tino. We will see, we will see.
Well, Flash is going for the overtake here on Phoenix, and he makes it happen before turn 1. Goes a bit deep though, but he managed to make that move stick. But Flash is fighting back, trying to look around the inside, but then the dirty air got the better.
Yeah, great move from Flash there up to P8, so that's for position. Although Eagle goes just hanging back there in P10, might pick up a few positions still. A couple of drivers in front having those time penalties. Mr. Pizza very close on the back of Billy Thompson. But yeah, it's quite frustrating, isn't it, for these drivers? No overtaking, really, if you're on similar pace, it seems.
Well, I'm just gonna make a move for it this lap. He's trying to go around the outside, maybe tries to go for a switchback. We will see. Oh, Pat Matman is trying to set up a move, a defensive move on John Wick, just to avoid being overtaken by the Ferrari behind him, and it seems to work this lap out. Tudge on 79% ERS and Pat Matman on 86 is going to be a tough ask to overtake. Final lap, McKender closing in on Christian.
Yeah, exciting run down to turn 1. Oh, and it looks like Pat Matman was going to go for a move on the outside of John Wick, but John Wick hit the inside for the subsequent corner. Yeah, and up front, yeah, nothing really happening. The gaps remain.
Oh, they're side by side. Tudge and Pat Matman side by side.
Oh, yes, indeed. And Tush gets the position.
Makes that happen. Makes that stick. That's
Nicely
what Ferrari is
done.
all about.
Yeah, nicely
The
done.
hopium is real.
It is possible to overtake somehow, some way. Tush gets it done up to P6, but P5 on track effectively with John Wick carrying that time penalty. But I'm going with the lead pack. It is the final lap. It is the final sector. And it looks like Christian's done enough. And Billy Thompson's done something wrong on that on this lap. He's 1.3 off. So Vikander, his P2 streak continues as Christian once again crosses the line. It's a familiar sight. Christian P1 in the end, picking up full points. And McKender, I think, according to what Tino says, P2 consecutively all season. And yeah, Billy Thompson is carrying front wing damage, so he's had a big issue there on the final lap, but able to bring it home in P3, so good job from him. Wonder if Mr. Pizza and Billy had a coming together there. But Touge P5 in the end. Pep Matman, fastest Italian for today, P6. And yeah, Eagle Ghost picked up a bunch of positions there, even picking up John Wick. So John Wick dropped down to P8.
Isn't Pat Matman the only Italian?
Flash is Italian as well.
Ah.
And Feta Vera, but he's obviously not here today.
I was hoping he would commentate alongside you. You guys make a good duo.
He's down at the beach, man. Young guys.
He's on Rocket League now, isn't he?
Is he?
Anyways,
Yeah, well.
Christian once again takes the dub, and we see a familiar Finn in McKender P2. And then to round off the top 3, we also have Mr. Bailey Thompson, which he has labeled himself as the bottler this season, but you know, bit by bit, he just hasn't been able to tie a whole weekend together. He's quick on one lap pace, but then everything goes wrong in the race, and he just needs to get that aspect out of his system. Otherwise, he's a solid driver. Finally got his World Driver Champion graphic in DMs. He's a happy man.
Yeah. Yeah, he's doing everything he can here to defend his title, and it's working out. I have to say, he's now going to take that top spot. He was joint top with Persigilli, I think it was. But yeah, now has a clear advantage of a few. It's going to be 7 points lead for round 4. So yeah. Interesting. It's difficult enough to win a title in SLR, but back to back is a very rare achievement. And it looks like Christian might be well on his way to complete that, as
You have you say that, but when you look at the previous seasons of what who has won the World Driver Championship, we've seen a lot of back to back. Like we're talking the likes of Justin Arts and then Christian, and now we might see Christian again. That's just the recent history of SLR.
Yeah.
And for that, I don't really know who did race, if I'm being honest. But yeah,
Honestly, I think it is just Justin and possibly Christian if he can pull it off. I know McKenna's got 2 titles, but they weren't back to back. And then of course, yeah, Justin Aerts 5. I think those 5 titles were back to back, were they not? Pure domination. Incredible. Nice, nowhere to be seen. I'm hoping he actually joins us for one of the races this season, and mix it up a wee bit with the Christian and Billy Thompson and co.
Justin has met a significant other, so I don't think he's touching the game.
Yeah, he's in Paris, loving it. Okay, well,
Unless she's open to engineer him, then I don't. Yes. I don't think she is. Oh man, I want Bailey first. Because I'm.
You want what?
Oh, speaking of, we got the winner. Shall I drag him in there?
Yeah, bring him in. Yep.
Hey, buddy.
Jesus Christ, you're loud, eh?
How are you today?
I am very sweaty.
Yeah, well, I don't have any question, Chief.
Yeah, I mean, great race, P1, from pole. It doesn't get much better than that. Like, how did you feel all race? Confident that you were going to take it to the line, or were you feeling the heat from the likes of McKenna and Billy Thompson?
Yeah, well,
Words.
it was probably, yeah, words, something English, I can't. The most boring race of my life.
Yeah.
I just hope something fun happened at the back for you guys. Because, yeah, it was just 33 laps of trying to stay awake, basically.
Do you want a tip to make it more interesting?
Yeah.
Maybe don't practice a week before the race.
I did I did not practice a week before, right?
I don't know. You usually do.
I usually do, yeah, but I've been slacking a bit the last few weeks.
Yeah, I mean, you need to slack a bit more because obviously you're building a big. We need you to slack a bit more.
McKenna is still there. He's not far behind. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's just if you just were to slow down a bit, that make the season a whole lot more interesting.
Yeah. Well, I'll try to turn down the cheats or something. But yeah.
Yeah, joy to key.
It's alright. We have Baku coming up next.
Oh yes, I might be there.
Yeah.
I might be there.
What are you engineering Perseguilis, I get?
I am. I can do both. Trust.
Until you hit the pit wall.
Yeah. No.
Okay. Well, it's unfortunate.
Yeah, quite unfortunate. It was quite good though. We expected him to be right behind the pack with fresher tires, but stuff happens. Not great.
No.
Been there, done that before in Spain, so I'm not even gonna fault him for it.
You should engineer for me.
No.
Yes.
I mean, it depends on what league, what day. Maybe.
Today.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No. Regardless, you had.
Oh, well, yeah.
You had a comfortable gap. You seemed in control the entire race.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Well, thank you.
I don't have anything else to say, unless Chief has a miraculous journalism skills to ask.
Come on, Chief.
Yeah.
Give me something.
I was going to give you the classic. What about the next race? How do you feel about Baku?
Oh, Baku? I thought it was Bahrain.
No, it's Baku. Yeah.
No, we can't race there anymore.
Too bumpy.
I love Baku.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
Okay.
Well, it's one of my favorites.
No, I actually agree. I like Baku.
Yeah.
I've won like 3 out of the 5 times I've raced there in the past. So
I've never been so depressed as last season when we didn't have enough attendances.
Oh yes. Hopefully that's
yeah,
not
we're
the case
working
this
on it.
season. Yeah.
Yeah.
Should be fun.
Regardless,
Should be
thank
fun.
you for joining.
Should be fun. But GG on the pole and the win today, Christian. Huge points. Now leading the
Thank you.
drivers championship. So, yep, good performance today, man. And we'll see you soon. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, lots of comments in chat saying congrats to Christian, putting his teammate Eagle Ghost, who did pretty well today in P7. So brings home 6 points for Team McLaren.
Yeah,
Sure,
absolutely love Eagle Ghost.
simply lovely.
I engineer him too, you know.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah, I do. Hey,
Oh.
Bailey.
Hello.
Hello, Billy. I'm guessing by
Uh,
the tone that you're not too happy with that one.
Well, no, I mean, our whole race was just awful.
Well,
okay.
here, tell him. I just want to ask about. I noticed you had front wing damage at the end of the race. Was there something that kicked off there that we missed?
Oh yeah, Mr. Pizza dive bombed me, and he made contact with me, which I'm not going to report because I share the frustration, if I'm honest. Like, he sent it up the inside, and I respect him more for it. If I'm honest. Like, yeah, just say yeah, I would have done the same thing. I mean, qualifying was awful. I was out for like 10 minutes of the session with the internet. And then I said the one lap I did set was on 7% old softs. So it's just great. And then I had the worst start ever. So I'm back down to P3. And then the rest of the race, I'm like right behind McKendall sometimes. And then it gets to turn 9 or turn 3 or any other corner. And the game's just like, nah, there's no grip anymore. You can just go off the track. What is this game? Like, you make the two, like, you flatten out the final sector to make it easier to overtake, but then you add, like, all the dirt, yeah, and you can't overtake anymore. So, you know, I may as well just not even have it in the first place. Like, what was the point? I may as well have just opened, like, a second tab, just watched YouTube for half the race. Like, I could not get past, and I tried. I almost killed McKendall, like, 3 times. But like I had pace. I've had pace every race this season to win it, and it just something happens, man.
That's exactly what I said in the commentary booth. You are a solid driver on paper, but then, when it comes to tying a whole race weekend together, it just seems like you're lacking something.
What do you mean? Austria, I'll give you I spun, but Japan, what was I supposed to do? Predict the tires, like predict the tire wear.
I mean, did anyone else get a puncture?
I didn't get a puncture.
Okay. Oh yeah,
I was leading the train when the safety car came out, lap 4. Like, why would someone pit for hards and go at the end? And this race, it's just. I think if I got all 3 wins in qualifying, I think I would have got pole.
Well, next race is Baku, though. It's a track notorious for being harsh on the rear tires, and you have quite a reputation in this league. No, I'm joking. But are you looking forward to that race?
No.
No. Christian seems to look forward to it.
No, he'll drive it like twice and I'll hit it. So.
Yeah.
I guarantee you, he'll drive. He'll give him 2 days to practice. Ask him again if he likes the track. He'll say no.
But it is a track unlike Spain where you can overtake, so there is that at least.
Yeah. I suppose, but I've never really been strong at.
If I recalled, it's whenever you guys ran 50-50 and raced in Tier 2 last season, it was amazing to watch.
Yeah, but we're not going to go side by side in the castle section while fighting for the lead on lap 18. It's not happening, kids.
No. You need to promise me that you need to do it. It's It's for the better
Uh,
good. It's the last generation, like the last time we're gonna drive these cars
The
around
only
Baku.
reason that even happened was because we were so much quicker in the middle sector, we'd just get stuck behind like a tier 2 driver running normal wings. So you could just we could just dive bomb each other. It didn't make a difference.
Yeah, regardless, it was a good watch. But I mean, I actually have my 2 cents on you this season, to win the championship because I feel like when it comes to side by side battling, you're edging Christian a bit in that regard. So you just need
Yeah,
to
it
set up
would
the
just be
field.
nice if you could actually get side by side at this track. I mean, what's even the point? Like, I could have rocked up to this race no laps of practice and probably still finished third. Like,
So
oh,
is it time to announce that we are racing Spain for next season?
you can race Spain again. Just make sure my internet doesn't go off halfway through qualifying, so I can actually qualify. So I actually set a good lap on new tires.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Chief, you got a question?
Yeah, that's it for me. But GG in the end, P3 from P2. Still 7 races to go though, Billy. Don't give up. Don't give up. I want to see you win Baku. Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
Let's see.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
And by we'll see, I mean we'll see who's P2 coming up the last corner on the last lap and who has the most battery.
Nah, you gotta make it more exciting. Come on.
That is the excitement. That's the whole race, bro.
All right.
Okay.
Well, enjoy the campaign.
Yeah, we'll see you next week. Should be an interesting
Okay.
one. We'll lots of safety cars in Carnage, hopefully. Hopefully you're not included in that Carnage. But yeah, look forward to seeing you back on track, Billy. Thanks for the time in the booth. Good night.
Cheers, guys.
Right, Kit, with one last order of business, and it's who is your driver of the day for today? I have someone in mind, but I want to see what you think.
Check out the result real quick. In typical engineering fashion, we are checking. Let's see here. Honestly, like, we heard it from drivers, quite difficult to overtake. It was a bit of a mismatch with these cars. It's between Tudge and Eagle Ghost for me. Eagle Ghost coming back from P11 into the midfield, P7, and then Tudge being an absolute solid driver, using his experience to claw back those 2 extra positions there at the end. But it might be biased. Just knowing what Eagle Ghost is capable of, I'm putting my coin on him.
Yeah. Okay, I'll go. I was going to say Touge, but yeah, we can put it up for the driver's vote between Touge and Eagle. Eagle getting P7 in the end, so he's in chat at the minute, so I'm singing his praises. And, yeah, he's a tier 2 driver representing quite well. I mean, the only other guy in there, Pep Matman, P7 to P6. Yeah, Touge and Eagle it is, so we'll put that up for the vote, and the drivers can decide. Oh, he's saying, yeah, what about Pep Batman? Yeah, I mean Pep Batman P7 to P6. I don't know. Maybe we could throw him in the mix as well, but yeah, we'll put it up to the drivers' vote, and you guys can decide. But that's it for now, Kid. Thanks for joining us in the booth. Appreciate that. Both getting a bit lonely there. Yeah.
I saw that.
Brought us some wisdom. Much needed wisdom because there was none in the booth with just me in there.
With all those years. Come on, man. Give yourself some credits.
But
right.
yeah,
My
that's it.
favorite teach is Priest, and you can enter stream.
Yeah, so thanks everybody for watching. Join us next week. We'll be back for Baku 1930 CET on Wednesday as always. And if you haven't done so already, hit that like button and subscribe. And yeah, it just helps us with the stream. Yep, that's it. Thanks and good night. Bye bye.